That the government is throwing around billions of taxpayer dollars to bail out failing companies, we are learning new details about how some top employees from one of those companies, AIG, went winging off to a spa vacation, even as the government was bailing out the insurance giant. Barack Obama brought this up last night in the debate as an example of corporate excess. Here's what he said.
We just found out that AIG, a company that got a bailout, just a week after they got help, went on a $400,000 junket. And I tell you what, the Treasury should demand that money back, and those executives should be fired.
Joe Johns is here with me right now. He's got details on this. And Joe, it sounds insane. Tell us about it. What were they thinking?
They've got a major public relations problem, and people are certainly asking questions about their judgment tonight. But it's not a case of executives gone wild. It was a trip to the St. Regis Monarch Beach Resort in California, and it was for about 100 of their top independent insurance agents of AIG. These were some of the most successful salespeople in the country. It was part of business, part pleasure, a real taste of the glamorous life for them. We got a peek at the bill. Now, remember, this is about a week after the federal government kicked in that big $85 billion loan to keep AIG afloat. Meanwhile, out at the St. Regis, they had to sleep, so they spent $140,000 alone on hotel rooms. And, of course, they had to eat, so they spent almost $150,000 on banquets. Throw in $23,000 for the spa, another $7,000 for golf. You get the picture. When it was all said and done, they spent about $443,000, but they only paid $3,000 or so in tips, so at least that was frugal.
Okay, I hear you that these weren't AIG executives necessarily. They're independent contractors or whatever. But the fact of the matter is AIG was still footing the bill. We're footing the bill for AIG. Taxpayers are anyway. So how could they possibly justify spending this money?
Well, right. They say these were independent agents. That's the thing they say. They were not employees. And yeah, on the surface, it certainly looks bad. But the bottom line is they were rewarding people who had done a good job selling their product. And they say, we got to keep our good people, especially when times get bad. Otherwise, they'll walk out the door.
And even after all this, they're getting another, what, $38 billion of taxpayer money?
Yeah, that's right. The government bailing out a company with taxpayer money, it certainly doesn't look right. You got a big problem here for them. It continues. They hope they can get these bills paid back very quickly, certainly within the next 2 years, huh?
Joe Johns. Good story, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we are going to see you a little bit later tonight. You mentioned Joe's not going anywhere. All this week, Joe is